you ever hear someone calling your name from under the water, don't answer. That's the warning I wish someone had given me before last summer at Okanagan Lake. It was late July, one of those perfect summer nights when the air is warm, the lake is calm, and you feel like nothing bad could possibly happen. My friends and I had rented a cabin just a few minutes walk from the Watercheap, old place, but it had a long wooden dock that stretched out into the darkness. The first night, we stayed up late, drinking by the fire, telling ghost stories. Someone mentioned Ogopogo, the lake monster. I laughed it off. I'd grown up hearing about it, but always thought it was just a tourist thing. But then our neighbor, an old fisherman, walked over. He didn't smile. "Stay away from the dock at night," he said. We asked why. He just looked at the water and muttered, "Some things know your name." That stuck with me. The second night, I couldn't sleep. I walked down to the dock alone. The water was so still it looked like glass. And then I heard it. "Elliot?" My name, soft, drawn out, but wrong. Like someone was saying it from under the surface. I froze. My friends were all asleep. No one else was out there. I shined my phone light into the water. Nothing, just ripples, slowly spreading out. I told myself it was the wind, but the air was dead still. The next evening, we were all on the dock again, talking, laughing. My friend Lauren leaned over the edge, peering into the water. "Did you hear that?" she asked. "Hear what?" She looked pale. It sounded like my mom calling me. We all joked she'd had too much to drink, but I felt sick. That night, I woke up to a soft tapping sound. I looked out the cabin window. Someone was standing on the dock, not moving, just standing there, looking down. It looked like Lauren. I grabbed my hoodie and ran down, thinking maybe she was sleepwalking. But when I reached the dock, no one was there. The wood was wet though, like someone had just stepped out of the lake. Over the next few days, things got weirder. One afternoon, we swam out to the floating platform. While everyone else dove off, I stayed sitting on the edge, legs dangling. That's when I felt a hand wrap around my ankle. Cold, strong. I kicked hard and went under, but nothing was there. The others swore they didn't see anything. On the fifth night, the voice came again, closer this time. "Elliot, come in." It wasn't just from under the water now. It was under the dock. I could hear the wood creaking, like something was crawling along the beams just below my feet. I backed away, but then another voice joined in. Lauren's voice. "Help me, please." But Lauren was inside, asleep. I ran back to the cabin, locked every door, and didn't go near the water again. Our last day, the fisherman stopped us as we were packing the car. He looked at me and said quietly, "It knows you now." I didn't ask what he meant. A week after we got home, Lauren called me, whispering. She said she'd been hearing my voice outside her apartment, in the middle of the night. And last night, I woke up to the sound of her voice coming from my bathroom drain. If you've ever been to Okanagan Lake and heard your name whispered from the water, I'd like to hear your story. Drop it in the comments. And if you want to know what happened next, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and don't answer the voice. Closing message from Mr.Somberrift. If this story is unsettled, you let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Got a true experience you want to share? Email us, mr.somberrift@gmail.com. Your nightmare might be our next story. Until then, sleep with the light on, and if you see two